I'm Martin Block. We're sitting in with Tony Bennett, and we're listening to playbacks of his new album, Who Can I Turn To?
Went for a walk one day alone, down around the bay, I guess. You could say that it was fate. How else could I have met my love on the Golden Gate? She strolled along the bridge and she was the cutest pigeon, gee. Did you never palpitate? Well, you'd have swooned to see her there on the Golden Gate. I looked into her eyes and foggy skies were clear. Just when I thought love was here, what a switch along came a Cadillac. It stopped and she got in back, alas, and alack, she had a date. I finally found the love I longed for too late. I had no gold and got the gate on the Golden Gate. I hung around to see if she would reappear, but no such luck, and now it's clear I'm a goner now. Every day I stroll along, down around the bay, I guess I'll simply chalk it up to fate. And that's what happens to you when you don't rate. I had no gold and got the gate on the Golden Gate.
Ladies and gentlemen, here on Guard Session, we're sitting in with Tony Bennett, and we're listening to some really great music. You know, Tony, whenever you're on the air, I'm playing one of your records or I'm listening to one of your records, I don't even have to close my eyes and concentrate to sort of kind of picture you in front of that microphone singing. But that may not hold true with all of our listeners. Maybe they don't get the picture of Tony Bennett and how he works on a stage. Therefore, I imagine television would be a big help. What are you doing television-wise, Tony?
Well, in the last 10 years, I've been on many shows as a guest artist, and I learned an awful lot about television and what I would personally do if I ever had a show of my own. And fortunately, the year 1965 seems to be my own personal television year because I'm doing 2 specials, and they will have what you would say the Bennett touch. It's kind of different than the way you would see another performer on TV. This is an experimental type show where we are going to attempt to be as natural as possible and perform the way someone would see me in a cafe or in a concert hall.
In other words, Tony, it'd be very much like the way we've been doing the shows for this past month, where you and I have just been sitting comfortably and we've been talking man to man, friend to friend about Tony Bennett, his life, his experiences, and his aspirations. Seems to me that makes a lot of sense.
Because it gets awful uncomfortable if you are placed in a setting where you're not yourself, and then you have to come back home and look at the kinescope and say, well, that wasn't me at all.
And you're embarrassed as all get out. I know exactly what you mean. And all I can say is that if people will pay $10,000 in one night to hear Tony Bennett do a concert, well, just think of what the sponsor of Tony's television shows, what benefits they will be deriving and having him on television the way the public really wants to see him. And, Tony, all I can say is good luck to you on your television show, and I envy your sponsors. It's time for another song. After all, who sits with Tony Bennett and talks when there's good music to listen to? And here's a tune titled, I've Never Seen.
I've never seen you wake at dawn and brush a dream from your eyes. I've never seen your lips to take a kiss by surprise, and I have never seen you bow your head in prayer or jump for joy and let your laughter fill the air. And yet I love you sight unseen, for my heart has seen what I've never seen. And yet I love you sight unseen, for my heart has seen what I've never seen, for my heart has seen what I've never seen.
Tony, aside from the music for a minute, a little challenge for you. You like to play games?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's one I'd like you to try. Let's see how many states you can name in 10 seconds. Ready? Go.
California, Texas, New Mexico, South Carolina, North Carolina, New York, New Jersey.
Time's
What?
up. Time's up. Time's up. You named 12. The average is 8. 12 is good. Over 14, they tell me, is exceptional. And it's a safe bet with anybody except a geography teacher that they can't name all 50 in 5 minutes. But if you really want to complicate things, how about naming the 2,700 National Guard installations that are in those 50 states plus Puerto Rico?
I'm turning in my suit, Coach. I quit.
Okay, Tony, but quit isn't a National Guard type word. National defense is everybody's business, and the men of the Guard just don't know about quitting, whether it's a national emergency or if their help is needed in a local disaster. Now, month after month and year after year, Americans have seen the Guard in action, fighting floods and forest fires, aiding victims of tornadoes or earthquakes. The Guardsmen who protect the homes and businesses during local emergencies are on call to the governors of each state, and because National Guard units are located in many different areas of any state, citizens are assured that help is never far away. The Guard has demonstrated again and again that it is a versatile, capable force dedicated to protecting the peace. Remember, national defense is everybody's business, and so is your National Guard. Tony, there always comes that moment, the moment of truth, when it's time to say goodbye. And this is something we don't like to do with you because it's always so relaxing and so easy to sit with you and listen to your new material and talk about your old songs. But in your San Francisco album was a song you did with Count Basie in the band. You must have enjoyed doing that.
Well, that, to this day, has been the best musical treat I've ever had. I've played some engagements with Count Basie, and they're really unforgettable.
So I think it's only appropriate that as a salute to Tony and to the Count, we sort of take the count with this number.
Here I go again. I hear the trumpets blow again. I'm all aglow again, taking a chance on love. Here I slide again, about to take the ride again. I'm starry-eyed again, taking a chance on love. Now I thought the cards were a frame-up, and I never would try. But now I'm taking the game up, and the ace of hearts is high. Things are mending now. I see a rainbow blending now. We'll have a happy ending now, taking a chance. I hear the trumpets blow again, and we're taking a chance. About to take that ride again. Taking a chance. And in clover I lie. Mr. Rabbit, of course, you better kiss that foot goodbye. I'm on the ball again, riding for a fall again. I'm gonna give my all again, taking a chance. I'm taking a chance. I'm taking a chance on love.
Well, my friends, that just about does it. For the past 4 weeks, our Guard session guest of honor has been Mr. Tony Bennett. And it has been most pleasant all the way, Tony.
Agreed, Martin. There's no more fun than I have. This is my favorite hobby, looking up songs and talking about songs and sitting down with a master like yourself who has heard every song through every era of the radio business. It's quite an honor. Thank you, and I hope you'll have me back again.
You can just bet on that, Mr. Bennett. And friends, next week, another star for the Guard. Until then, this is Martin Block reminding you that national defense is everybody's business, and this business is on a sounder footing because your National Guard is on the job.